You've started doing the things that are best for you. You're drinking the water, getting enough sleep, meal planning, and getting your movement in. So now what? You just go on forever like the Energizer Bunny? For those of you who plan to count on motivation, get ready to pivot, because motivation fades fast. It can be gone in less than 60 seconds. If you've ever waited for motivation to magically show up on a busy day before you have a workout or a grocery run, then you already know it wavers. I used to chase motivation, and when it faded, I thought that I wasn't trying hard enough. Now, I know what actually keeps me going, and spoiler alert, it's not hype. So let's explore the myth of motivation. Welcome to episode 13 of Making Mel Health in the Hustle. This podcast is a place where motherhood meets muscle, ambition meets exhaustion, and figuring out how to prioritize my health journey into the insanely beautiful chaos of a busy life is what I talk about. Some days it'll look messy and other days flawless. But no matter what kind of day I'm having, I can assure you I will tell the truth and do my best to give you some good ideas and insight to help you prioritize your own journey. So motivation is like a spark. It gets things going, but it doesn't keep the fire lit. So what does? Identity. The habits that stick are the ones that are tied to who you believe you are. It's about writing your narrative based on how you see yourself. Motivation is going to fade, and that's completely normal. There were so many mornings early in this journey where I'd wake up thinking, okay, maybe today I'll feel motivated, and then nothing. No spark, no gym, no desire to eat the celery, just guilt that there was something wrong with me. And that cycle kept repeating until I was the one who realized that I needed to build a system that worked for me because feelings are fleeting. I had to put a system in place that would help me to get everything done that I need to do. And I know a lot of people think I'm a little cray-cray for getting up at 4 a.m. every day, even on the days I don't have to. But see, I have to. You can't be in the position that I'm in as a single mother and a powerlifter and a full-time employee and a PhD student and not have a lot to do. See, our bodies respond to routine, and my body has a 4 a.m. wake-up call, even when it's tired, because that's how it's set. It's one of my anchors. Did you know, according to the sleep scientists, that your circadian rhythm is guided more by your wake-up time than your bedtime? Waking up at the same time every day, even on the weekends, helps your body know when to release hormones like cortisol to wake you up, or melatonin to help you sleep later. See, our brains are so brilliant. They learn what to expect over time, and your brain starts to anticipate your wake-up time by adjusting hormone levels and body temperature in advance. That's why I don't need an alarm. Yeah, that's right. 4 a.m. happens with no alarm, but I get a lot done between 4 and 8 a.m. All of my reading gets done first thing, my podcast recording, my plan for the day, my dinner prep, all the things I talked about a few weeks ago. When motivation is weak for me, my routine and habits take over. My morning identity is early bird. Motivation can be reactive. It shows up when the mood's right or the energy's high, or I don't know, maybe the stars aligned, which, let's be real, is not very often. Identity-based motivation lasts longer because it's tied to how you see yourself. Your identity-based motivation can help with the intention-action gap. Now, Weight Watcher Coach Drew and Coach Carissa talk about this one a lot. They are both personal trainers outside of Weight Watchers, and Coach Drew is a strongman competitor, so they really know some stuff about turning intention into action. They live it every day. So the intention action gap basically means that people want to be healthy, but they don't act like it consistently because they don't see health as part of who they are. It goes back to the idea of diet mentality. And sometimes we have to flip that identity to really put our habits in place and keep it going. It's about shifting from what you do to who you are. Instead of saying, I want to drink more water, you shift to, I'm a water drinker. Or instead of saying, I want to lift, you say, I'm a lifter. Or I'm a swimmer or a walking warrior. However it is that you see yourself matters because it will help you to take the actions that you want to take, even on the tired days. When you have more weight to lose, like I do, or you have more barriers working against you like age or menopause or health issues, you need more identity-based habits to help the healthy habits stay in place. You know, Coach Tammy is a Minnesota-based coach, and she's been with Weight Watchers a really long time, and she does both online and virtual coaching. She runs a workshop called the 50 Pounds or More to Lose workshop, and this week we were talking about how to overcome motivation issues, and Coach Tammy mentioned the go-to list. You know, the go-to list can be a great way to build a system into your life so that your habits are easier. It's like a fallback. So think about a habit that you're trying to build and all the things that you may need to do to make that a great habit and make it become automatic. Sit down and write a list out of the things that you need to do, everything that it would take to make that habit happen. Now, you have a go-to list. You can do this with healthy snack alternatives or different choices you can make when you're bored instead of going to the kitchen, or a list of activities that you can choose when you're just not feeling motivated to do anything. You can use that go-to list when you feel stuck or unmotivated, so you'll have like a roadmap to guide you. And that way the healthy habits don't have to get lost along with the motivation. Consistency isn't easy, especially when life gets messy. You need the tools. You know, Coach Val has a basket that she keeps of different items to keep her busy when boredom wants to drive her to the kitchen. It's a basket with like stress balls and bands and grown-up coloring books, or you could put paint by number or crossword puzzles in there. Anything that can be a real help when you need a different kind of choice. Another option is to create a bare minimum version of your habits for the tough days. Like, if you can't do the full workout, go stretch for 5 minutes. If you can't drink 4 bottles of water, drink 2 instead. Habits are built in those small, bare minimum versions of the way that you do your life. Habits don't just appear. Use visual reminders if you need them. Put a note on your fridge or sticky notes on your mirror, or use a calendar. For me, I have a workout journal and a food journal, and I use them both. They help me stay focused on the habits that are building my future self. And when you don't follow through, treat it like data, not punishment or drama. Celebrate showing up, not just crushing it. You know, during that horrible, painful couple of weeks ago, when I couldn't work out, I still did my meal prep and ate the healthy things. And although moving was a huge issue, I still got up at 4 o'clock every morning and showed up for the morning workshops. See, showing up in the small ways is what kept me in the game, not motivation, presence. Identity-based motivation will help you bounce back longer after the setbacks. Shame just slows you down. Grace is what gets you moving again. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to make it doable. And here's the truth. Motivation isn't about being perfect. It's about making things possible. And possible starts really small. Block off 5 to 10 minutes on your calendar every day. That's it. Just a little window to move or prep or walk or breathe or try something new. Keep it simple. Try a new recipe. You know, that blackened salmon salad I had a few weeks ago with the quinoa and the sweet potatoes and the avocado? Oh my gosh, it was fire. It looked beautiful. It tasted wonderful. It reminded me that healthy foods can be really exciting, and excitement is motivating. Humans like novelty. So trying something new can really ignite that for you. Stack your habits. Pair something new with something automatic. You're brushing your teeth? Do some wall sits or stretch for 30 seconds. You're brewing your coffee? Do some counter push-ups or drink your water like ESP says, 32 before you brew or 64 before you snore. Use your go-to list. It is a great cheat code when motivation decides to ghost you. And make the unhealthy choices harder. Hide the chips or the candy. And if you're short like me, put them on a high shelf where you need to get a ladder to climb up there if you want to get them. Look, if you're motivated enough to go to the laundry room, get that big step ladder, bring it over to the kitchen, climb the ladder all the way to the top, stand on your tiptoes to reach the stuff on the high shelf, you have completely earned the Hershey bar with almonds. So eat it and move forward with life, my friend. No guilt, just grace. And maybe leave the fruit bowl on the counter beside the 4 bottles of water that you're going to drink today. Make that good stuff easy and stop beating yourself up when you don't do exactly what you had intended to do. Motivation isn't about hype. It's about identity. It's about remembering who you are and showing up as the person you're becoming, especially on those messy days in the middle. So go be possible, not perfect. Motivation will come and go, but the effort that you make matters every single day. Next time, we're going to have some real fun. We're going to talk about fuel in the chaos and food hacks for the hustle. It's going to be really fun. And this Mel and her diner is going to be in full effect. So tune in then. Until we get together again, onward and upward, my friends.